Yo, welcome back. Today we are wrapping up Unit 1. It means we're at first base. Home run is fourth quarter, 4B. So we are in a good position right now. Okay, listen to my printer over here doing something. Okay, so we have the first question. Let's go right to it. A garden is 120 meters long. A playground is 60% longer than the garden. How long is the playground? All right, a garden is 120 meters long. All right, that's our 100%. Okay, and you'll have to go back to previous lessons to get the details. All right, so I'm not going to reteach, but I am just reviewing. All right. A playground is 60% longer. Okay. So that's plus. That's add. Okay. 60%. All right. So we're going to do 120 meters times 1.6 equals, let's get our calculator game. Boom. There. 120 times 1.6 equals. So we're looking at a playground that is 192. 192, and we're talking meters. All right. Number 2. Pause for a second. See if there's any questions. Go around, check and make sure everybody's on task. Now there is a quizzes that goes along with this. Okay, so there's also a practice quizzes that goes with these questions. All right. Number 2, in Miss Patel's jewelry store, a silver necklace is priced at $50. Due to its limited edition, the necklace has a 25% markup. So that's add 25%. What is the new price? Okay, so this $50 is our 100%. So we're going to do $50 times 1.25. And that is going to be, let's find out. 50, clear it. 50 plus 1.25. Messing it up. 50 plus 1.25. Still messing it up. Clear. Plus or times. 50 times 1.25. Still messing it up. 50 times 1.25 equals. Then I got to check up here. Okay, so this is good because, you got to pay attention to the details. 62.5. Okay. And then I got to check and make sure, and we're talking about money, so that's going to be dollars. All right. You know how I am about my dollar signs. Got to get those right. All right. It's early in the morning, so, it's going to take me some time to wake up, but I'm still getting it done. Okay. So 1.25, that looks like a reasonable answer because it's 50 plus 25%. That looks about right. It should be more than $50. Okay, so that looks reasonable. All right. Let's take a pause and give you a chance to copy the notes while I go around check and answer any questions. Again, I'm not reteaching. This is just a review. You can go back to the lessons on the YouTube channel to get the details. All right, this is just a review. All right, so next question. In Mrs. Martin's shoe shop, a pair of boots is priced at $100 for the winter collection. The boots receive a 40% markup. So that's plus 40%. Okay. After the markup, there is a special promotion where all items get a 10% discount. Okay. Then you're getting a minus 10%. A special promotion where all the items get a 10%. What is the final price? Okay, so you tempted to just do 40 minus 10 and do 30%, like 100 times 30%, but that would not be correct. Okay, because we have to take our 100% here. We start with the original price, so we're calling that the 100%. So we got our $100 times 1.4. Okay, so we take $100 times 1.4, which is our 40% markup. Okay, so we're going to clear that out. Boom. 100, so that's 140 times 1.4 equals 140. 140, and then we're going to take that 140 times, and right here we're going to do 100% minus 10%. Okay, we're talking percents here. Okay, and that gives us 90%. So we're going to multiply this times 90.90%. Remember, we take the 90%, move the decimal 2 places to the left, and turn it into a decimal. So we're going to take our, that right there, that's good. We can work with that. All right, and then we need our calculator. Again, clear it out. I didn't have to clear it out. 140 times 0.9 equals 126. And I'm checking up here. Okay, 140 times 0.9 is 126. So 126 is the final price, $126. Okay, $126. Now, if we would have subtracted and did 30, the 40 minus 10, and did 30%, and then we did that, we would have got $130, which would have not been correct. Okay, so that's why you have to do it in 2 steps and not try to shortcut and do it in 1 step. All right, take a pause. So we're done with that question. Take a pause. All right, I think I'm gonna clear this out so that I can go on to the next questions. All right. Boom. Rachel has a $30 off coupon and a 25% off coupon for a watch. Which gives her the best discount? Okay. Show your work. Rachel has a $30 off coupon and a 25% off coupon. Which is the best? Well, then, we got to do some different scenarios. So we'll do if the watch is 50, if the watch is 100, and let's say if the watch is 150. All right. And then do like a little line here like this. And then we can do like this. Let's do minus 30. Okay, so that's the $30 dollars off. Okay. All right. So 50 minus 30 is what? What's 50 minus 30? That's 20. $20. Okay. And what's 100 minus 30? That's what? 70. $70. And what is 150 minus 30? That's $120. Okay. Okay, so 25% off. So 25% off is going to be whatever that is. So the 100% for each of these. These are 100% amounts. So we would end up doing one. No. Ooh, I almost messed up. No, we wouldn't do 1.25 because that would be a markup. Okay, what we're going to do is 100% minus 25%, which is times, so that would be 50 times 0.75. And you're supposed to put the 0 in front, because if I do 0.75, that don't look right. It looks like X 0.75. Okay. So technically you're supposed to put the 0 there so that it's clear that it's 0.75 to give some separation. All right. So I probably should have moved this line over some, but whatever. So 50, we got 100 times 0.75, and then we got 150 times 0.75. Okay, so then what's going to happen is clear it out. 50 times 0.75 equals 50 times 0.75 equals $37.50. All right, so that's going to equal $37.50. Boom. Ooh, like my dollar sign is messed up. You're going to have to get that dollar sign right. $37.50. Boom. And then we got 100. Boom. Here, 100 times 0.75 equals $75. I knew that. Dollar sign. Messed it up. All right. I'm doing the most. Bear with Mr. H. All right. $75. Okay. And over here, boom. What we got here? Clear it out. 150 times 0.75 equals clear equals 100, and I only have room for the dollar sign there, 112.50. Boom. All right. So in each scenario, this is the cheapest price. Okay. $20 is the best price. $70 is the best price. And over here, $112 is the best price. So it depends on the price. Okay. But you got to show your work. So we already know it's going to be D, but if you don't show your work, then you don't get credit because you got to prove that it depends on the cost. Okay. All right. Off to the next one. Well, let's take a pause. That's a lot to copy. Pause it right here. All right. I'm going to delete this and we're going to go down so we can go down to this question. All right. So it says find the constant. What is the constant of proportionality? Again, this is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. That's a y. Constant, the constant equals k. That's the variable. K represents a constant. So the equation is k equals y divide x. So we're going to divide it this way. So that's why I say drop it, because you're basically doing 336 divided by 420. You're doing, and then that's why I say drop it, because you're going to do 224 divided by 480. That's why I say drop it, because you're going to divide 112 divided by 140. Okay, because if you look at each of these things right here, let's just take this one right here. Okay, it's called a coordinate. We got 420, comma 336. That's the coordinate. That's where it is. This is the x variable, and this is the y. So we're talking about 420 on the x. I don't know if you can tell, but it's about here. So that's like 420. And we're talking about 336 on the y. So if we go across this way, it's about here. This is 300. So this is about 336. Okay. Coordinates tell us where to go on the map. Okay. We're talking about a graph, but it's the same thing if it was a map. Okay. So that is why we drop it, because it's y on top divided by the x on the bottom. So we put the x on the bottom. All right. So having said all of that, now we do the math. So we got 336 divided by 420. Okay, let's call that A. Then we got B. We got 224 divided by 280. Okay, and then we got C. 112 divided by 140. All right. And we have to assume all of those are the same. So we got 336 divided by 420 equals 0.8. 0.8 is the constant. All right. It's out. 224 divided by 280. 0.8. And we could guess the last one is 0.8 because this is a straight line. So they should all have the same constant. Plus they go through 0. Button, you should be doing the same thing I'm doing. 12 divided by 140 equals 0.8. 0.8. So the constant is 0.8. Justify why the relationship shows a proportional relationship. Okay? They're all equivalent ratios. Equivalent ratios to straight line. Okay? The straight line here, I'm obviously abbreviating. And 3 passes. This is Ebonics right here. That is not how you spell through. Fine. I'm going to say passes the origin. Let's say the. That's not perfect English. We want to say pass through the origin. But we're trying to save space and time. So we're going to make it work. Pass the origin. That makes sense. The line passes the origin. If you extended this out, it would go through the origin. All right. So those are your 3 reasons to justify. Okay. 3 reasons. Boom. Pause on that. It's about understanding it, not just copying it. Okay, so you should have an understanding. All right, go around and check. Pause it out. Boom. All right, let's go on. We got 2 more questions we're going to do. We're going to do 2 more questions. I know this is long, but we're going through the whole test. We'll do the other questions tomorrow. All right, so we got the graph shows the height in feet. Okay, so this is height right here of a building with floors. Okay, floors is F, height is H. The graph of 10, 120 shown. So right here, we have 10 on our X right here, and 120 over here on our Y. Interpret the point. Okay, so this is going to be a problem because I got to move it up some. Move it up some to see all the options. Let me see if I can shrink this down to 125. Okay, I think that'll work. All right. Boom. Erase this stuff. Boom. Boom. 10, 120. Let's keep it moving. Interpret the graph. Select the true statements. The point 560 indicates that the building with 5 floors, so let's go to floors, we got 0, 2. So this must be 1, 2, this must be 3, 4, this must be 5, right here, okay? 560, so if we go up to this line and mark it about here on the line and go across, it's at 60, okay? So we got X, Y, okay? We're talking about a specific point, not the constant. It's not asking us what the constant is. The constant is Y over X. Now we're just looking at a point, like a coordinate. So we're looking at the coordinate 5, 60. That's what this dot is. And they're saying there's 5, that the building is 5 floors. Well, yeah, 5 is floors because it's on the x-axis. And the x-axis is talking about floors. Okay, floors. And the y-axis is talking about height. Height. Okay, so x is 5, so that's 5 floors is equal to 60 feet. Okay, so that's select all. That's true. Okay, so A is true. Put the A down here. The graph includes only whole number values, so it shows a proportional relationship. Well, that's wrong because proportional has nothing to do with the type of numbers. Okay, proportional means straight line. It means that if we divide both of these, we'll get the same number. If we do the constant here, we do 120 divided by 10. Cross this out, we're going to get 12. Okay, remember, drop it down here, divide by 10 to find the constant. If we do the same thing here, 60 divided by 5, that's 12. Because we drop to find the constant, that's a K equals, drop that, divide by 5. Okay, the arrow looks ratchet, but you know what I mean. Make these dots the same equivalent size. So that's wrong. We're not going to check it. The graph line has a constant rate of change and passes through the origin, making it a proportional relationship. True. Constant rate of change means the 12 and the 12. It stays the same. It's constant. Passes through the origin, and it's a straight line. So that one is true. The constant of proportionality is 12 because for every additional floor, the building height increases by 12 feet. So that's true. We just did. Okay, so that's true. But they made it, what they're saying is the constant rate of change is 12. So right here, this must be 12. Okay. The point here, how can I explain it? So that point must be 1, 12. This point right here must be 2, 24. So it went up 12. For every additional floor, so additional means for every 1 floor, it goes up 12. So you got 2 floors, it went up 12 twice. You got 3 floors, it's going to go up 12 3 times. So this must be 36. Okay, so if we go to the 3, that's going to be 36. If we go up 4, what's that going to be? 48 plus 12 plus 12, and the next one is going to be 5 and 60. Do you see the pattern? Okay. Now the last one, the point 2024, we can't see that. So they're asking you to interpret. The point 2024 indicates that a building with 24 floors, let's do like this. Let's add this new point. They said 20 for the X. Notice it's the X. It's the first number, so it must be the X. Okay. And the Y has to be 240. It says the point 2040 indicates that a building with 20 floors has a height of 240 feet. Indicates that a building with 20 floors has a height of 240 feet. That is true. Okay? Because the X is for floors and the Y is for height. So that would be 20 floors is 240 height, which is in feet. All right. It's a lot of information. So you know where to find the videos online. You may have to watch them more than one time to make sure that you're clear. Okay. In addition to taking the additional practice questions on the quizzes. Okay. I believe the quizzes is going to have the same name. I guess I'm not going to be switching over to that right now. All right. Pause to take the notes. That should be the last question for today. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna stop it there, and we'll pick up on the rest of the questions tomorrow because that's a lot of information. All right. So have an amazing day. If you have any further questions, watch the video again or ask me in class. Other than that, peace.